Hello everybody, welcome to another 1 versus 1 Red Alert Quickmatch here on the ladder, casted by yours truly, YamatoSpecial, here on the map Path Beyond. In the top left hand corner, the gold, yellow, whatever you want to call him, player RaDux. Here we go. Looks like well, we don't know what faction he's playing yet, but in the bottom right hand corner here we've got Forehead. Looks like he's pumping out the usual units here, getting the scout. Looks like he's doing a bit of a base crawl here, probably trying to get close to these gems here, I imagine. So let's go back and check out RaDux here. Looks like he's playing Soviets, so we've got a Soviets versus Ally game going on for you here. RaDux go ahead and pushing out with his scouting units and doing a great job of that. Forehead doing the same thing. So here, for those interested here on Path Beyond, we have a couple gems here that we see in the bottom right hand corner and the top left hand corner as well. Not seeing too many players take advantage of that so far, but we do have some gem patches here mixed in with the ore, and definitely a whole lot here as well. So saw that in the last game. Looks like both players were likely trying to base crawl, getting closer to this. But anyway, let's get back to this game and see what's going on here. Some top left hand corner, RaDux has a refinery down, getting really close to this patch of ore right here. And similarly, Forehead also looking to go ahead and probably get these gems first, I would imagine. There he goes. Very smart play. So it looks like we got some scouting unit battles here. And Forehead taking out a scout there for RaDux. RaDux up here as well. So let's see what the vision looks like for both players.
Yes, sir.
Alright, let's see if RaDux pushes out a little bit more, get some more vision here. Forehead actively scouting, so let's see how this game turns out. Back at the base here, War Factory down for RaDux and War Factory down for Forehead. Forehead going ahead and going with another ore truck here, and pushing forward with the base crawl with the silos, and of course selling the ones that he no longer needs, trying to recoup a little bit of money, whatever he can. All definitely helps. Probably going to be selling these silos here pretty soon now that we see the power plant here. Probably trying to get maybe close to these gems or this patch over here, but we'll see. Let's see what's going back on the base here with RaDux, getting a couple heavy tanks out. And let's see here, Forehead currently I don't think has, oh okay, he does have 2 medium tanks. So again, you know, like most games, probably going to be seeing a heavy tank on tank battle, which is a-okay with me. Forehead pushing around though with a unit here, just trying to get some more map vision here, scouting around, getting as much as possible. RaDux here pushing out with a couple tanks, going to go ahead and scrunch that guy, say bye-bye to that rifleman right there, and we'll see what happens here. So is RaDux going to be pushing into the base, or is he just going to be negating scouts? Let's see what happens here. Very aggressive move here from RaDux, maybe doing a little bit of harvester harassment here. Looks like Forehead seeing it coming though. Of course, that's what scouting the map buys you. Definitely want to be seeing any pushes coming. So here we go. Forehead getting all his units together over here, continuing to build the tanks, and I'm sure RaDux, yep, as well, bringing down his heavy tanks. As it stands right now, I think RaDux is in a better position. I think he would be able to probably win the engagement here, but we'll see what happens. Maybe Forehead placing down some turrets or maybe some other static defenses, but we'll see how again, let's see how this battle goes. RaDux creeping closer and closer here. Forehead showing some aggression and shooting the ground, saying stay away. Looks like RaDux maybe was trying to go for this harvester, but we see our first tank battle here, engaging here in almost the middle of the map. A lot of Q moving going on here, definitely a good technique here. So Forehead hopefully getting some more tanks here into the battle. Probably going to be losing that refinery. Goes ahead and gets a sell on it. Forehead sells that, recoups some funds, says I'm going to lose it anyway, so why not sell it? Definitely a good move. RaDux looks like he's backing up here a little bit, did some damage and is happy with the attack. Forehead though still has the power plant here and is able to place down a refinery and do a little bit of base crawling. Of course, when he has a chance, microwing and trying to get those gems. RaDux falling back here, but Forehead looks like he's pushing forward, so we're going to see another engagement here, and let's see what happens. Pretty even, I would say, on tank numbers, but of course the heavy tank's probably just doing a little bit more damage here than the medium tanks, and of course going to be able to shred through if he's able to focus fire on one single unit at a time. RaDux looking like he's going to go ahead and fall back a little bit. He's going to be closer to home base, and of course reinforcements like this are going to help in this fight. Let's see what happens though. A really close game here so far. Looks like RaDux placing down his third war factory, so he's going to be pumping tanks pretty hard. Let's see how many factories we have here for Forehead. We have currently one, so I'm sorry, two. So, you know, RaDux having a little bit of an advantage there on tank production speed. This rifleman doing a couple shots here on the tanks, but oh, he's not going to get squashed. He's going to do a little bit of damage, so good for him. Let's see how long he lasts here on the battlefield. Looks like RaDux may be focusing down this harvester, knowing that Forehead is base crawling and trying to get the gems over here. Looks like Forehead seeing this though smartly and go ahead move his tanks here to you know, protect this harvester here. But of course RaDux playing the sneaky game, running around the side saying I'm going to go where you're not. So let's see what happens here. Looks like we might have another engagement here, and pretty equal on the tanks, and we'll see what happens. Of course the heavy tanks doing a little bit more damage than the medium tanks, but definitely have a lot of medium tanks. Just need to start focus firing on single units. RaDux taking a couple of hits though as he's going towards the base, focusing on the war factory. Definitely want to slow the production of the tanks here from Forehead. RaDux continuing to ignore the tanks and come down here, maybe doing a couple shots here on the harvester would be good on the run by, if he has the ability to do that while he's microing and managing everything that's going on. Trying to focus down this war factory. Looks like Forehead's probably going to be able to easily hold this though, since he has definitely more tanks, and RaDux focusing on the factory. So we'll see how that plays out. Hopefully back home RaDux with some more tanks, and sure enough some more heavy tanks here reinforcing. So we'll see if Forehead decides to follow, or if he's going to focus on maybe getting some more buildings down. Looks like he definitely knows he doesn't have a war factory currently, so we're going to see a push here from Forehead and see how this turns out. He knows he has to move. He does get another factory down, but of course RaDux having the 3 war factory is kind of hard to compete against that. Forehead though, let's see what he can do. If he focuses down these tanks, he might be able to take some of these out here and maybe move forwards towards the base, but it's going to be an uphill battle, I think. And it looks like RaDux here with the more powerful tanks is going to push Forehead back. Unfortunately for Forehead, hopefully building some more tanks back home, gets another second, a second war factory down here. So he's trying to stay in the game here, but pretty even match here from both players. Not sure what that's all about. That's something I've never seen before. That's something new, hey? And RaDux here pushing down, again focusing down this war factory, saying no more tanks for Forehead if he can help it. Again here looking to take out this other war factory here as well. We'll see how this game ends up though. Very even matchup here so far. RaDux pulling back now that he knows he's taken out some of the war factories. Not feeling as much pressure. Looking to sync up with his tanks over here, definitely falling back. A good plan. Forehead though, what is he going to do? Trying to catch up, trying to stay in this game. And looks like after the 9-minute mark here, the game goes into super speed, something I just found out recently. So thank you for that information. So it looks like, yeah, RaDux just, again, negating the war factory. And what is Forehead going to do about this? Not really sure. RaDux again with the 3 war factories, just able to pump the tanks. And if we look at the money here, well, Forehead's floating a lot of money. Definitely curious to see if we're going to see any turrets or anything defensively back home, since he's been having difficulty trying to keep the war factories up. And again, if there's too much money in the bank, I think you actually start to lose money if you don't have the silos. So we'll see what happens. RaDux pushing down into the bottom right hand corner of Forehead's base, taking out the construction yard, and unfortunately it looks like no more buildings are going to be made there for Forehead. So RaDux looking pretty good right now. And we'll see how this game ends here. Forehead moving back to try to cover his base here, pumping out a bunch of rifle infantry, and I would definitely do the same thing. I mean, rifle infantry in large numbers can definitely shred a tank. So that's definitely a good move. It looks like up here though, RaDux pushing with another small force of heavy tanks, and Forehead says, well, that's enough and I'm going to GG out. So GG's to both players. Congrats to RaDux, and again, hope you guys are enjoying these casts. Please leave a comment below if you're watching on YouTube, or if you want to join on a live stream sometime where we're casting games or playing ranked matches here. So check us out at twitch.tv/YamatoSpecial, and we will see you guys here here on the next cast.